Hi everyone. Sorry. I hope you all can hear me loud and clear. Let me check. All right. Hello everybody. Good evening and welcome. We are live at surviving the AI takeover. This will be the first of its series. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and like this stream. Kindly share it. We are live on Facebook as well, right? Yeah, we're also live on Facebook. Let me know if there anybody live on Facebook. Let me know in the chat. Okay, let me pull up the chat here. All right, all right, all right. Wonderful. If you're joining from if you're from Facebook, let me know please. Put it in the chat. But thank you so much. This is wonderful. I cannot wait to get started tonight. Let me know where you're joining me from. Kindly share it, take a screenshot, let people know that we are live. We are live, we are live, we are live. Surviving the AI takeover. I promise you this is going to be one of the best AI series you would have attended. Alright? Alright, joining from Abuja. Thank you. Awesome, awesome. Okay, hi, joining from Ikoyi, Lagos State. Joining from Abuja. All right, that's wonderful. Let me know if there are people joining in from, from, if you're on Facebook, just leave a comment. I'll be able to see here. I'll be able to see the comment from Facebook from here as well. So yes, let's share it. Let's share it. We can be more than this on this stream. Let us share it across all our platforms, on IG, on TikTok. Let people know that we are live. That we are live. We are live. All right. Awesome. 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 You all should keep sharing. Let's keep sharing. Let's keep sharing. Let's keep sharing. Let me need my glasses for tonight. Let me see how that looks. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead to use my glasses. Yeah, let's keep sharing. I can see some of us sharing already. If you know you have people that are looking to transition into tech, right? Or are scared about this whole AI takeover or whatever the case might be, you know, tell them to join the stream. Like it is very, 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 very important that they do. Tell them to join this stream. I think I'm having some network reconnection here. Okay, okay, it's back now. All right. Thank you also very much for joining. Without any further ado, let us get right into it. So this is going to be like an interactive session to this, where you get to ask your questions and we get to also learn. Excuse me. We also get to learn from each other. You know, also get to learn from each other and So the future of work is, I wouldn't say gradually shifted already. Every single day, practically now, we are seeing people coming out with new inventions using AI, new products, new services. There's a thing called vibe coding. I mean, people vibe this vibe coding, basically using text to write code. That is where we are right now. That is literally where we are right now. People are raising millions of dollars, uploaded products, coded websites, and let me just back a little bit through history. They say history always repeats itself. Dating back from the first industrial revolution, right, where um, power literally became very, very cheap. That's in terms of manual labor. That is what the first industrial revolution came to do. A lot of people jumped on it. However, for you to have partaken in that industrial revolution, you needed to have some level of capital. You needed some level of money, information at the very least. Even if you don't have money, you need to have had information to be able to, broker deals and be in the right rooms. You needed that. And then we moved on to, the next, you know, revolution. And something happened. Let me just like pretty much move or shift to the computer age basically, because what we had before that was the oil, was the assembly line and the likes, the railroads, coal. That's why I said power became cheap literally. And then we came into the computer age where arithmetic became cheap. You can compute large amount of data in seconds. What should have taken you days and all that, you know, it's taking you seconds, it's taking you minutes or hours basically. And at those points, those that jumped on it were visionary people. Those that partook of those industrial revolution also needed to have money, or at least you need to have time to have invested into learning coding or fixing a computer. Those were those that benefited from that industrial revolution and are currently still benefiting from it. So look at someone like Bill Gates, right? Someone like that was basically the computer era. And then we moved to the next one, which was basically the internet age. The web, we started from web 1.0. What is web 1.0? You can only read, you cannot write to the internet. So that's basically just like coming on to the internet and you're just reading posts, you're just reading blogs and all that. That's what web 1.0 was all about, in case you did not know. The age of Yahoo and all that. Some of you on the stream are probably not born, right? So that's all you could do on the internet, pretty much. Hello? Please let me know if you can still hear me. I think I got sidetracked by the network for a bit. Hi guys, can you hear me please? Please type it in the chat box if you can still see me or hear me. Please type it in the chat box if you can see me or hear me, please. I need to be sure because I'm not getting any feedback from my end here. It's showing that it's blank. Hold on. Oh god. Can you all hear me? Can you still see me, please? Please let me know if you can still see me. I know I'm getting the audio feedback, but I'm not getting a visual. I'm not getting the feedback on the visuals. My console here, so I need to be sure that you can still see me, please. You can't see me, huh? Hold on. All right. Let me know if you can see me now and hear me, please. I think we're all good now, yeah? Kindly confirm, please. Let me know so we can go ahead. Please confirm if you can see and hear me now. Okay, okay, okay. Perfect. Thank you so much. All right. Let's move on. Let's go ahead. So, like I was saying, basically we've seen a trend, a shift in the industrial revolution from the time of the Dale Carnegie's, the Tom Fords and all that power. We moved into the computer age. Now, we entered into the internet age, which started from Web 1.0. And basically, what was Web 1.0? Web 1.0, you can only read. You just come online. You can't necessarily post. You can only read. People basically just like have blog posts up. And then Web 2.0 came, which, the internet age, you can both read and write. Correct? You can post your pictures, do stuff, and you can also read other people's things. That is Web 2.0. Then came Web 3.0, which is what? Decentralization, right? Decentralization. That's Web 3.0, where we have your cryptocurrency. Not that Web 3.0 is not cryptocurrency. Web 3.0 is where basically cryptocurrency is hosted from, if you can put it like that. The same way your Instagram, your social media is on Web 2.0. That's you can read and you can write, as you can post and you can read other people's posts. That is Web 3.0. Basically, decentralization and the blockchain technology. The blockchain technology uses the Web 3.0 basically. Now, why am I saying all this? Just so that you would see the trend of where we are coming from. They say if you don't know where you are coming from, you won't know where you're going to. Basically, stuff like that. Now you've seen a clear picture of how we've been coming. and hi, Ijoma from Anambra, welcome. So now we've seen this trend. All right, we have seen this trend from the first industrial revolution up until now. Basically, those that took advantage of it, those that were smart, those that had the money to invest, those that were basically they were visionary. They could see something. Oh, this is new. This is a new trend. Oh, how can we hop on this? And how can we position ourselves for a wealth transfer? Basically, now with AI. Now AI is unlike anything we've ever seen before, and let me tell you why and how. AI defies economics. Now, in the economic chart, whenever a company or a business or an individual, when you have more profits, it also indicates that there should be more, you either hire more staffs or basically more inventory, more stocks, and the like. That is how it has always been. There is a chart that represents that. So whenever a company makes more money, whenever they, their stocks is doing well and everything like that, you see an increase in hiring people, you see an increase in their inventory, you see an increase in their stocks. The same thing to when there is a decline, they would lay people off. They would sell some of their shares. They would, that is how it has always been. That's how the economy has always been. And we saw that with the Great Depression, right? The same thing too. The crash of Wall Street, we saw it too. During COVID-19, we saw it too. When people were not, get if there was not like money, they laid a whole lot of people off. That is how that chart has always been. Now came AI, and this was specifically in 2024. Economics, they saw something they have never seen before. They saw company increasing in revenue. However, they were seeing a decline in hiring, a decline in staff, in their spending. It defied all laws of economics, basically. How do you mean a company is making money, and the more they're making money, that's when they're choosing to lay off staff? That's when they're choosing not to, you get it basically negates that economic law or economic rule. Why? Because AI can now replace human activity. AI can now do certain autonomous jobs. AI can do things on repeat. AI doesn't take a break. AI doesn't go on vacation. AI doesn't have mood swings. AI doesn't fall sick. AI doesn't. Do you understand? It runs 24/7 in as much as you can. The server is running. That's pretty much it. In as much as you can keep the lights on. That is all AI needs. You don't have to be worried about AI leaving your company and then going to work for your competitor. You don't have to worry that AI is basically all the things that happens with human factor. AI is there's nothing like, oh, I'm insuring my AI or anything like that. AI is not going to get into an accident. AI is not going to report late to work. AI is not going to give excuses. You can see that dynamic. You can see that shift. So now let me ask you a question. If you as a business owner, I propose to you and I say, hi, I'm Dhracy Salami, I'm an AI business consultant. I see you have 10 staffs. Okay, cool. I've analyzed all the things they do, and I see that annually you pay them about $100,000, right? That's how much you spend for your staff. Let's leave the revenue, let's leave the profits, but this is how much you are spending on staff salary every single year. $100,000 is actually quite small, but let's just say we're just trying to be conservative. It's just the numbers that matter. It's an example. And then I say you spend $100,000 on staff salary, just staff salary every single month. We're not even talking of insurance. We're not even talking of, um, someone says AI do take break for lunch, right? You're not even talking of AI. You're not even talking of insurance. You're not even talking of all the case or whatever. Let's just say 100,000 US dollars is how much you spend to pay your staff. Now, this is you as a business owner, as a company owner. And then I come to you and say, what if I told you that you can reduce that cost, that same cost? Remember, we're not even factoring other things you spend on staff. Exactly. AI also does not get hungry. Thank you so much, sir. Right? And I told you that I can reduce your $100,000 spend on staff salary. I can reduce it to $30,000 in a year. You're a business owner. What do you think? What would you say? Like, please let me know in the comments. Right? You spend 100,000 US dollars for staff salary. Aside other things that you have to factor the insurance, because companies are expected to insure staff and stuff like that. But just that you can take that spend on salary from 100,000 annually, 100,000 US dollars, not 100K, not naira, because we have some international people joining here. 100,000 US dollars, and I told you I can reduce it to 30,000 US dollars. As a business person, will you take that or not? Let me know, please. Let me know in the comments. Will you take that offer or not? So 100,000 US dollars, and I want to reduce it to $30,000. How many of you take me up on that offer as a business person? Of course. I mean, it's a no-brainer. So now you can now see why it is inevitable. It is inevitable for AI to replace humans. Now I'm sure you've been hearing things like AI cannot replace humans. It is humans. It is those that know how to use human AI that is going to replace AI and the like. Now let me talk a bit. Let me come a little bit home to my people, to my Nigeria people, right? Exactly. You're saving about $70,000, you know, every year. And that's not even just all. If humans, those people you pay $100,000, if their output, if the revenue they generate monthly is say $100,000, that's how much they generate for you. With AI, you can generate up to 5 times of that, and you're spending less. I mean, it's just the same thing we have in economics today, right? The US, how they will outsource production, how they will outsource manufacturing to China. Why? It is cheap in China. Hold on. Let me use my headset, please. Can you hear me, please? Let me know if you can hear me. You all can still hear me, right? Okay, yeah, yeah. I think the audio is still good. Yeah, perfect. So, like I was saying, please, at any point in time you cannot hear me, let me know. But I can see from my console here that the audio is good. Okay, but let me just still get a thumbs up that you guys can hear me, please. So it's just the same thing too with economics, with manufacturing, with production, luxury brands that we do. They will go to China. They will go and outsource production. Why? They have cheap labor, so they'll go and outsource it. Yes, but the other is better. Oh, okay, really? All right. Okay then. Let me just turn this off. Then. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Since you guys say this one is better, let's just. I was just trying to reduce surrounding noise. So it's just the same thing too with economics, right? That's what luxury people, luxury brands do. They will go to China, they'll go to India, they'll go to basically some of this Asian country for manufacturing. Why? Okay, yeah. I've switched it. I've switched it to the other audio I'm using now. Thank you so much, Idriama. That's the same thing that happens, right? They'll go and outsource cheap labor. They'll go to China for production. That's why China is one of like the in terms of manufacturing, that's their strength basically, right? Even in the I'll still get to that when it has to do with AI, right? So they'll go and outsource this because it is cheap labor. I mean, who wouldn't do that, right? Imagine, say for instance, you want to the same thing to even do here in Nigeria, right? You want to sell a particular produce, you will go to where it is being grown because it is cheaper there, and then you get it, and then you sell it for a much higher price. It's the same thing too. It is business. So tell me why business people would not do it. Any job that has to do with there is a process, there is a step by step, there is a repetitiveness. AI has taken it over already. Let me say it again. Any job that has to do with repetitiveness, that has to do with step by step process, it fits into our algorithm. AI can replace it. Now you might be wondering, hold on. Sorry about that. Okay. Now you might be wondering, but my job is not digital, so it is physical. I don't think AI cannot do the physical jobs we do. I mean, that's what you would think, correct? Let me share. There is this particular news. Let me pull up one news that's going to shock Nigerians. If you're a Nigerian on this stream, you're going to see something you have not seen in the news before. I promise to to pay you if you're not shocked by this news. I want to tell you now. I would share my screen, so it will not just be like them say. Okay, I'm looking for it right now, but I'm not going to allow it to slow down what we're doing. I'm not going to allow it to slow down what we're doing. Once the thing comes up, out, okay, hold on. Okay, okay, I have seen it. Are you ready to be shocked, Nigerians? Are you ready to be shocked? Yeah, I cannot come for my job. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Let me share my screen. Are you ready to be shocked? Hi, Big David, joining from the UK. Glad to have you here, man. Now, let me just, I mean, I know AI is already doing a lot of stuff outside the country. So I just want to like shock my people back home locally here in Nigeria. Okay? I just want to like put all these facts raw so that we know where we're at. Please let me know when you can see my screen, please. Aha. Perfect. Perfect. Nigerians, can you see this? Sorry, there's a lot of ads on. So I had to open Punch newspaper. If you're a Nigerian, you know this filling station, right? Airano unveils unarmed fuel station. So do you know what this means? In case you do not know, you can please fact check me. You can go and search this out. Okay. Hold on. Let me see something here. Uh, All these ads, all these ads. Okay, should I do it like this or like this rather? Okay, great. I don't know why Nigerian news this thing will be having so much ads like this. Guys, can you see this? Please read in between the lines, oh. Marketing companies has unveiled Nigeria's first fully automated and unarmed fuel stations. Do you know what this means? Fuel attendants. Fuel attendants. A job that I think that in the next 2-3 years, right? Look at what is happening here in Nigeria. Not even in Lagos. So it started in the north. I think Kaduna was like the first place when I first read this news or something like that. Look at this. According to a statement on Tuesday, the unmanned station are scheduled to go live in January 2026 and will offer a 24-hour self-service fueling. Hope you guys are seeing what I'm saying. In case you guys do not know, look at this. Contactless payments and real-time monitoring, eliminating the need for on-site attendants. It goes on and on and on like that, right? This was not even the first news I saw. The first news I saw was this funny thing. They were opposing it. Basically, you know, look at this. Please, you can go and read this, okay? Basically, when it came, they were opposing it. The government were like, nah, you cannot do this to us, bro. How do you want these people to survive? Look at this. Look at this. They say they are concerned about the plans. They say it's going to put out unemployment, blah blah blah. Please just go and read this. I'm not. Let me stop sharing this. You can go and go and read it to find out more about what's happening you know on there. Okay, I'm back. So you guys just saw that, right? Here in Nigeria. Now, initially when I saw this, a part of me was quite happy. I'm not gonna lie. But again, we know what it's gonna mean in the job market. And you should understand that I'm taking this from a business perspective. I'm a business consultant. I advise these people on how they can properly invest their money. Now that's what I do, right? Now, you guys can see where I'm going with this. And it just goes back to reaffirm my thesis about AI. AI is the fastest growing innovation the world has ever seen. The fastest. In 3 months, OpenAI was able to hit 100 million users. Do you know what that is? 100 million users in 3 months. Business is anything AI related. The adoption of AI education, the need for AI inclined people has jumped up to 130% in less than 2 years. That's the need for people that are inclined or knowledgeable in terms of AI. I'm just bringing all these facts. I'm sure some of you are like scared. So what would this mean for me? Oh, because I mentioned that any job that can be done step by step, that has a process to it, that can be repeated, AI can basically replace it. So now you're wondering, what does that mean for me? I mean, we're talking about the AI takeover. Is AI going to take your job? Truth is, most likely, yes, AI will take your job. That is just the truth. Most likely, AI will take a lot of job. However, AI is set. What do you mean AI can put the fuel in your car, right? Ijoma. Someone is asking. You didn't see the article I just said? Unmanned, no. There won't be a need for a physical person. It will be fully autonomous. fully autonomous cashless. That is how it's going to be. I mean, we have someone from the UK here, Big David. Big David is from the UK here. He can tell you, right? Some of their fuel stations are unmanned. Am I right? Some of their fuel stations, they're unmanned. So no, it is you that would be putting fuel by yourself. Just the same way we have it, in most advanced country. Yeah, you just go there, queue, pay your money, put your fuel, drive off. But there's a lot of compliance. I might feel, oh, Nigerians, oh, they'll scam, they want to do this, they want to do that, blah blah blah. You think they've not factored it? You think it's just Nigerians that are manning that project? Nah, it is very very possible. Like, it is super super possible. Okay, so, and when they say AI, it's not as if, I know it is not humanoids. They are not bringing robots. If not, Agberos will still they'll carry those robots now. But there's actually a way to curb that. There are AI robots now, humanoids that can defend themselves. They're using them in defense. China have already achieved that already. Where if you see a human, you cannot even go close. You'll be scared of it. But that's by the by. The reason for this stream is, how can we innovate as Nigerians, as Africans, even as those living outside the country? Because those outside the country, those in advanced country, are more at risk of losing their job first, even than those in the third world country. Last year, was it last year or 20? Yeah, last year, Meta laid thousands of people off. We saw that, right? They're laying off people day by day. Like I mentioned, that's why I started with the analogy. So it will not be like, oh, these people are wicked. That's why I gave the analogy. If you, as a business person, I propose to you that you can cut down your costs from $100,000 a year to 30,000, and you still be getting 5 times, 10 times the results of the revenue. You're a business person and we deal with numbers. Do you understand? So it's not like a emotional thing or anything like that, because Nigerians like to get sentimental. That's why the government is pushing back, Zango, that's the Arano person, for not. That's why they are pushing it back, that they don't want it yet, because it's going to cause unemployment. But this man is a business person now. Do you understand? He's innovating. But that's by the way. So how can we position ourselves in such a way that you don't have to be worried? What job can we now do then? Here is a good news. The first good news. The first good news is that AI is set to use millions of that didn't exist before. That is like a great news. I learned this far back as 2023, where I attended one conference here in Lagos, the platform Nigeria, where Chuka Ofili, the first Nigerian that Meta ever employed. Okay, I still have this up there. Sorry. The first Nigerian that Meta ever employed, I think it's Chuka Ofili now. That's his name. He's an angel investor. He said AI is set to bring in millions of jobs. And it is true. We're seeing it every day. There are new jobs. There's something called prompt engineer. There's something called automation engineer. There's something called design architect, machine learning engineer. There are AI leaders. I mean, I'm an AI business consultant, for crying out loud. There are so many jobs out there. So how can you position yourself? The truth is this: in a world where generative AI has taken over, where there is literally nothing that AI cannot reproduce right now, content, videos, images, it can do the work like very easy, very fast. One of the ways you can stand out is to be original. There is what you and only you can do that AI cannot do. Originality would be the gold of this current days we're in right now. Originality. All right? Originality. Number two, you have to be studious. you have to be studious. We're in an age where the rate at which information is coming out these days, it's as if you can't even keep up, right? You just have to be studious. You see this fact I just brought out now about the millions of jobs. Yesterday I was reading again. There is a new projection that there is now a danger to. That's why I say that's the first good news. There is a danger to these new jobs AI are bringing. These new jobs AI will produce. What is the danger? The danger is what we in the AI world were speculating is, can humans catch up to the rate at which AI will be producing these new jobs? That is a very big question. Can humans catch up with the rate of, new jobs that will be coming out? So that would mean even the new jobs that will be coming out, AI agents, humanoids, will be the one to man this new job because humans might not be able to catch up with that speed. I need water. Humans might not be able to catch up to that speed. So what would that mean for us? I mentioned originality, number one. Number two, being studious. You have to know what is currently, you cannot keep up with all the news, but you need to know where AI can apply in your own field. Especially for Nigerians, there has never been a time for useless courses to shine now. You know all those courses they say are useless. Once you add AI to it, it is needed on the global scale. You know all those life sciences courses, especially all those like medical is useless and stuff. In the AI, that knowledge is needed only if you can combine it with the knowledge of AI. Is it your geography? Is it life? Basically, all these courses in life sciences, it is now needed if you can know where it can be applied in the field of AI. You can stand out. There was this on Forbes under 30 I was watching earlier today. The guy in less than 4 months, built a company that generates 250 at least $250,000 per month in less than 4 months. Everything he did was AI. Every single thing he used was AI. Before now, to um if you have an idea, you have to contact an engineer. Oh, after this, all that has been taken away. Just tell AI, this is what I want. I need to bring it to life for you. Just prompt it. Oh, this is what I want to build. I have this app. I want to build it to bring it out for you. You don't have to be contact. No, you don't know how to even do it. Tell AI to teach you how to do it. That is the beauty. Meaning you can execute fast. You know, a lot of people have ideas, but they don't know how to. They don't have the money. They don't have the this. With AI now, you can easily get a prototype. So, what problem can you solve? If you are not a problem solver, AI will replace you. As simple as that. That is the bottom line. Find a problem to solve. Give me a second, guys. Find a problem to solve. If you are not thinking of solving a problem, AI has replaced you already. Guess what? AI does it doesn't that doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be out of a job or you'll not be working. You will. Can you guys hear me now? Sorry about that. My internet. Yeah. So, like I was saying, not necessarily because you'll be out of a job. You will still be working a job, but it will be barely enough to go by. Why? The economy has changed. You'll be at the bottom feeder, and you do not want that. Because when they say, oh, AI will come for your job, a lot of people do not really understand the dynamic of that statement. It's not necessarily because you'll be out of a job per se. It's just that you'll be at the bottom feeder. And that's one of the most frustrating place to be. So you must be a creator. You must be a problem solver. So find a problem you can solve. Either for a select few that can pay so much for it, or the masses and charge them peanuts for it. That is just the model. Today is just like a live session. It's just like a live talk. We're just here to talk. Our next one would be a practical series where I'll, tell you how to build stuff. You see my process of how I build stuff, even for clients. How you can go from 0 to 100 in less than 10 minutes. But the bottom line is this: you don't necessarily have to be scared that AI will take your job, or you'll be displaced, or you become the bottom feeder, just like I mentioned. Just have a problem solving mindset. That is the only thing you need. Be a problem solver. All right? That is the only thing you need to do. Be a problem solver. If you can be a problem solver, that is it. Now, the last video I posted to kind of advertise this series, I said something. The whole idea of job, it's actually a psychological warfare. It's a sort of manipulation. Because those at the top, they're not thinking of job, right? Because they're employers of labor. So how come you have not thought about that? How come you have not thought of creating a solution? How come you have not thought of, and when I say you not having a job, you don't necessarily have to employ human beings. There are people that have one-man business and they have people working for them, but they are called AI agents that handles their emails, handles their everything. That is, can you see, that's the economy we're in now. And it will get to a point, and it is already getting to that point where people are catching on it early enough now. People are becoming creators. People are using AI. So it will get to a point where a lot of masses will be creators. And you need to get on the trend early enough. Remember, that's why I told us about the history of every revolution. It is the people that get on early enough. And the truth is, it's already 2026. That trend is going by so fast that in this first quarter, if you do not make up your mind of what you want to do about it, it might be hard for you to recover. So you have to be a problem solver. What problem can you solve? Nigeria and Africa has the biggest advantage of AI, especially in the application. Let's talk in depth on that maybe some other time when we're doing our practical workshop. In the application layer is the only place we can compete on a global level. In this AI gold rush, I think Nigeria should be one of the top 10 that should be highlighted by the end of this year. Why? We have the largest number of problems. We are a third world country. Biggest problems. We have more problems, more localized problem than advanced countries. That is our advantage. More problems equal to more money. That's why I say if you can be a problem solver, if you can solve people's problem. Look at your environment. Look at where can... Now, the reason why I showed you that news is not just to scare you off in Nigeria that the fuel station have been unmanned. This one I'm telling you that is, if that is already happening in Nigeria, what is your excuse? So before you think, oh, they're not adopting AI in this my country. No, it is happening already. In a place like Nigeria, in that scale, you do not have an excuse. There's two projects I'm currently working on. Well, one majorly, the other one I just need to balance some certain things in my company before I head on that. And it's to solve people's problem at scale. All right? It is to solve people's problem. I saw a major problem. And I was like, nah, this is a gold mine. And the thing with AI is that the more you linger on an idea, tomorrow you see somebody else has raised millions of dollars to do that thing. Right? So you cannot afford to linger. You have to be audacious. That's another thing, not just being a problem mindset, not just having a problem solver mindset. You have to be audacious. If you hesitate, you've probably missed that train. The idea you had, oh, maybe you saw a problem, oh, in the time where I wish somebody can, oh. So if now, Adibin is before, if it was an idea that needed money, okay, you might take it. But now, anybody, a 15-year-old, a 13-year-old can just use their phone, vibe code the app, push it to Play Store. That is it. First movers advantage is a real thing in this current times we're in. So you cannot be hesitant. You saw a problem. What is that problem currently that you're currently challenging? Even if it's in your place of work, especially in your place of work, start from there and sell the solution to your boss, sell it to your company, propose it to them. You can go from being an employee that earns 100,000 a month to someone that will collect millions from your company in less than a week. Can you solve their problem? What is that problem your company is currently solving? AI can do it for them. Then why not do it? This thing I'm saying, this analogy I gave of reducing cost of paying staff 100,000 in a year, and $100,000 in a year to $30,000. Imagine one of your friend, one of your co-workers see this problem, and you go and meet the boss, say, boss, see, there's a way we can do this thing. Oh. We can fire all these my other employees and put in the system. Just put me in charge of it. You're gone. You are gone. You're gonna. Don't hesitate. In your place of what is that problem you can solve? In your area, in your church, in your places of worship, amidst your friend, what is that problem they keep complaining about? What is that product? Don't worry, just do it, vibe code it. You don't know what to do, go to ChatGPT. Just pour out all your ideas. Click that mic button, pour out all your ideas, and tell it to refine it for you. And tell it the next step. How can I go ahead? Use Google AI Studio. Produce a prototype app. Now, here is now the challenge now. If you know you're not ready to commit, don't build in public. Because if you just post an idea and you're not ready to go through with it, anybody can just pick it up and have the money that you don't have and the connection and the distance. They'll just pick it up and execute it immediately. So go all out for it. That's where you need to learn about, okay, how can I protect my rights and certain things. Sorry, let me highlight this. Okay. So to have the first movers advantage, must have the first movers advantage. There is a lot of problems in Nigeria, in Africa to solve. And I'm saying this not just for Africans listening to me. I'm saying this for also Africans in diaspora, and I'm saying this for, our international audience too that are joining in tonight or that will watch this afterwards. Nigeria, why do you think in the past decade the top influential and the richest men in the world have visited Nigeria? What should that tell you? Where there is problem is where money lies. And Nigeria, in case you don't know, is one of the largest consumer markets in the world. That's why these people are so interested in it. Do you know what that means? Nigeria is one of the largest consumer markets in the world. I read the statistics of some couple years ago, about 2, 3, 4, 5, after 2020 thereabouts, maybe 2021 or 2022. In the world, guys, listen to me, go and fact check me. In the world, Nigeria at some point was one of the highest purchasers of Rolls Royce in a year. Nigerians. Let me say that again. In the world, in a year, Rolls Royce highlighted and spotlighted Nigeria for being one of the highest purchasers. Of Rolls Royce. in a year in the world. Nigeria is one of the largest consumer markets. There is the money. Those of you that are in the tech world, you must have seen the news of those two guys, that 22 and 24, that raised $11.7 million. What in Nigeria's defense? They raised, and none of the investors were Nigerians or Africans for a solution here in Nigeria. So when it has to do with the whole job market, job takeover, don't think of job. Think of how can I rely on a job? What can I create? What problem can I solve? Those are the people that AI cannot replace. So you need to start thinking. You need to start thinking. You need to start thinking. All right? You need to start thinking. What are the problems you can solve? So job or no job, think either in the creator economy. Creator economy is booming. Creator economy is now valued at over $240 billion. You can either go into that economy, but just make sure you're solving a problem. Either through content, through helping people do content, big people, company owners, how can you help them? You can use it. You can ideate, print a document immediately. You can print an app. Let me give you a task. That if you apply this thing in the next 1 week, you will make money. Go to your map. Go and check all the stores around you, all the companies around you, any people that has to do with that they sell. Basically, their business is reliant on getting new customers. Just check your map. You'll see it to be plenty on your map. Click each of them and check for the ones that have websites. Are you listening? Check for the ones that have websites. The ones that do not have a website, write them down. The ones that have a website, still check them and websites. It is appealing to do you understand? A natural, yeah. Go to Cursor, Cursor. Let me put that down. There is Cursor. There is Lovable. Let me type it. You can use Cursor. You can use Lovable. These are vibe coding apps. Okay. Just go on there. Tell it to give you a. You can also use Google AI Studio. Yeah. You can also use Google AI Studio. All right. Copy the information of that website. Tell it that it should give you a website that is appealing, that sells, that is beautiful, that drives audience, that drives customers. And it will build it for you. Very, very, very easy. All those companies, all those businesses, they'll have a contact information. Call them. Say, hi, my name is this. I noticed that you don't have a website. Can we get on a quick call? I want to, you can even tell AI to give you a script that this is what you're trying to do. Again, this call is not a practical workshop. So tell it to give you the script of what to say, how to, be compelling. Tell it, this is a Nigerian market, or this is a Nigerian business owner. How do I approach it? It's tell you all the things you need to say. And I say, well, if you can just get on like a 15-minute call, I notice how you can increase your revenue, how you can make at least 150% times more revenue. Let's get on a call, get the information, email, WhatsApp number, send them a Google Meet link. share your screen, show them their website. Like, this is my website. They'll be shocked. And they'll tell, how does that look? Imagine them running ads using that website. When they drive more traffic, and charge them for it. You might be saying, I don't know how to build website. Okay, I've vibe coded it now. How do I connect it? All those things. Just go on YouTube and watch tutorial. Just watch tutorial. As simple. Tell AI. Ask GPT that, okay, I've vibe coded it now. How do I transfer it? To tell you what you need to do, you probably just need to contact a front-end engineer, someone that is done front-end of the website. They'll just buy the domain for you, and then you tell them, okay, build this, and you transfer it, and that is it. And you charge them. Websites, charge them 200,000, 300,000, and you're not even the one doing the work. Now imagine you can do that for 5, 6, 7, 10 businesses. The reason why I say you should start from those around you is because you can walk in, you don't have to call them. You can walk in, let them see you physically. After you've closed a few deals with those around you, you have confidence. Then you can now start calling those that are far off in other states and say, oh, I did this for this company, I did this, I did this, I did this. Problem with AI from your room. Run a training on it. Charge people. With that, do you think you have to be worrying about a job? From there, you're innovating. You're even creating jobs yourself. So be a problem solver. Be audacious. Don't relent. More problems, more money. That's right. And Nigeria and Africa has a lot of problem. We have a lot of problem. We had a lot of problem. This year, don't worry. You guys will see me in the news of a major problem in this Nigeria that, my team were working on something to solve. I cannot say it because if I say it, you can easily steal my idea. You see what I did there? It's not everything you now be just telling everybody because then they can just carry your idea, put it into ChatGPT, modify it, make few calls, sell it. Oh, that's it. Oh, so. But look at major problems in Nigeria. Don't look at I don't know anybody in the government or anything. Build it first. I'm an AI business consultant. And one of my jobs is to also, intellectual property rights. Yeah. So if you have an idea like that and you just feel, you don't know how to go about it, please reach out to my team. Okay? Reach out to my team. We'll definitely be in touch with you. And you don't have to worry about, okay, maybe I'll carry your idea or anything like that. Now, I do this. This is basically what I do, right? So you don't have to be worried about that. All right. So please feel free to reach out. For as many of you that join the stream, free consultation. If you have an idea, I'll not necessarily do it for you, but okay, you have an idea. I can just do this, do this, do this. Just give you guidance basically. And when you want to eventually launch it, you need investors and stuff. There's like a pool of investors I kind of know that might be interested. So yeah. But the main thing is, if you don't want AI to take over your job, and by your job, that doesn't mean you'll be out of a job. It's either you'll be fired or you'll be working a job or you'll be at the bottom feeder. Don't think of you as a, job. Think of you creating a solution. Do you understand? Using AI to create a solution. At this point, I'd like for you all to, drop in your questions. Yeah. Questions, please. Let me know if you have questions. Kindly, drop them in the chat. But I'm already wrapping up, today's session. So if you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Okay. Very, 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 very important. Follow me on all social media platforms, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. If you're a builder, you want to learn how to, build more and stuff, you should follow me on LinkedIn, all right? I put out a lot of valuable content out there. Follow me on all my social media platforms so you do not miss an update. All right. I think those on Facebook as well. Peradventure, someone just shared this to you. Make sure you follow. You're following me. LinkedIn, TikTok, and all that. Make sure you're following so you do not miss my next update, because I think the very next thing as in our AI series will be very practical things, how you can build. We'll do it live here on call, okay? You have your phone, you have your laptop. We'll build something together. All right? Wonderful. So yeah, please let me have your questions. We are about to, log out right now. So let me get your questions. Please type them in the. I want to assume some of you are already typing your questions, so let me just give us some couple minutes to finish typing our questions. Are any questions coming in? Please ask me your questions. Or I might not be available to take questions after now. So that's why I just want to give us the opportunity so that I can address some of the questions here live. Ooh. Okay, am I to assume there aren't any questions? All right then. All right, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you that joined. It was a really okay. It was a really exciting one. Thank you all for joining. I'm sure there are key things you took away. It's not just enough to hear. Please take action. Okay, take action. Go and draft out problems you can solve. Go to your drawing board. What is that thing you're really good at? How can you implement AI with it? Just go to ChatGPT. Tell it, hi, Chat, this is what I'm good at. How do I take advantage of it? AI Gold Rush. How do I use AI? How can AI help me? How can I stay afloat? This new AI economy, basically. How can I be relevant? I'm a singer. How can I? Do you understand? Just chat with it. It might never necessarily be that you use AI, but AI can at least advise you on how to do it. That is the joy of AI. So not necessarily that everything you have to use AI. Of course not. But the fact that you have an expert that can mentor you, you can learn faster, you can learn things faster. This also goes to those in school, those that like academics. There is a presentation I'm currently preparing for. I just dumped all the materials inside Notebook LLM. It broke it down for me, gave me the key things I need to learn, gave me quizzes. I learned faster. So the learning curve is more steeper. Rather, before the learning curve is usually you have to but now it's more steeper. You can easily learn things. Yeah. So with that being said, I'd like to say thank you once again to each and every one of you. Wait, is it that you guys cannot see me again? Wow. I don't know why my face is. You can't see my screen again. Let me try and reload one more time. I'm trying to reload. Just give me a second, please. I'm trying to refresh my so that's why you can see the video currently refreshing. But if there, I'd like to appreciate each and every one of you once again for joining. Uh, Thank you, Ijoma and Yolua Tofumi. Thank you for joining. I think any from Lagos, right? Yes. Ijoma from Anambra State. Big David from the UK. Cousin Pastor Cousin from Kano. Thank you. Uh, yeah, Ibukun from Lagos. Experience from Bariga, Lagos. J Sam Designs from Abuja. Thank you all so very much for joining. I'm gonna see you all on the next stream. So please stay ahead, stay connected. Emi Olowo, thank you for joining. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Please stay tuned. Once this stream ends, please make sure to share this rebroadcast and to your family. All right, very, very, very important. Make sure you send it to them so that they are aware. Don't just keep knowledge. It is very important and good that your friend carried along. It is good together. It's better to grow together, especially in this AI, you know, era that we're in. Don't just do things alone. You go more faster and you have better ideas when you have other people that. So please share the link to this stream to them as well. Okay, as well. All right, share this stream to them, and I'll see you all on the next one. It has been an awesome time. My name is Dhracy, a business consultant. See you all the next one. Remember, like I said, the next will be a practical workshop, so you do not want to miss it. So share this stream. I'm saying it and I'm saying it again. Share this stream. Share the stream. Subscribe and follow me on all their platforms. If you want to reach out to me, like get a quick response, just tell me that you attended this stream, and I'll do all to respond to you. Thank you all and have a wonderful night rest. Cheers, everybody, and bye bye. Good night. Oh, sorry. I'm seeing a question. Uh, Thank God I caught this. What do you do when AI isn't giving you what you want? A perfect result. Okay, I want you to Google search prompting framework. Let me be sure that's what it's. Yes, prompting framework. Just search it on Google. Let me copy it here. Yes, the AI sites I spoke about, they are free. You can use them for what you need at least to get out the first to get the first prototype you're looking for. Okay, so that thing I just highlighted, the prompting frameworks, Google it. It will tell you how to prompt. All right, it will tell you how to prompt. Follow me on LinkedIn. You might want to follow me on LinkedIn as well. Check out some of my. If you need certifications, you want to take. It's on my page on LinkedIn. Just scroll through my page until you see some of my posts. And probably I think I reposted it, right? Yeah, well, just check it, you see it. Framework, that's for that question when AI is not giving you the perfect thing. Search prompting framework. It will tell you how to properly prompt the AI to give you what you want. You understand? There are different framework, so just use anyone that you want that is easy. Basically, you can just use the tax or the persona. You give it a persona. You tell it, okay, you're expert fashion designer. You tell it the context. You're trying to design, or yeah, you're trying to design a this thing for a model. You give it this thing. You tell it what the task explicitly, what is meant to do, and then tell it how it should give you the output. So a persona, that's number one. What should AI act as? Is it acting as a banker? Should it act like a financial analyst? Give it the persona. Number two, give it the context. What is happening in that scenario? Okay, maybe you're a banker. There's currently a bank fraud. Tell it. Task. Give it all the details, all the information in it for context. Very important. Give it all the information it needs for context. Give it all the information. Then task, explicitly tell it what it's meant to do. And then output, how should it give you the results? With that framework, you will get results. Then there's another thing called meta prompting. What is meta prompting? I usually use meta prompting. Now, what is meta prompting? Meta prompting is telling AI to give you the prompts. So, for instance, you told it something and it's not giving you what you want. That thing you told it originally, copy it, put it in the chat box again and say, this is what I'm trying to achieve. Give me the perfect prompt for this prompt. Tell the yeah, tell the AI to give you the prompt for doing this using so framework. Add that using the persona, the context, the tax, and the output framework, and then tell it, oh yeah, give me the prompt. How should I prompt you? Do you understand? Exactly. It's just like you women, right? It's just like asking you, how should I treat you better? Right? Imagine maybe like your significant other, your spouse, you're getting angry, okay, fine. How should I make you happy? Should not say, oh yeah, buy me this thing every night, buy me shawarma every night, take me to late night dinner, right? The same thing too with AI. How should I prompt you? Ask it, and then it will give you the prompt, and then you give it the prompt back. It's crazy, I know, but basically anything you need. And then one more danger, please don't be totally reliant on all this chat GPT. Check the answers, scrutinize it. They make mistakes, especially chat GPT. Chat GPT is a yes guy. Even if you have a stupid idea, it will tell you it is good, it will validate it. So one of the things I usually do is I'll tell it to search for gray areas, anything that is not clear, because AI will try to hallucinate. What is hallucination? It will try to fill in the missing gaps by itself. It will just predict and assume. That's why I say you should give it context and give it information. So tell it, please, if there's anything that is not clear, if there's any gray area, anything that is missing, ask me questions. Even if a idea I'm proposing does not make sense, ask me questions to validate your idea, especially when you have a new idea. Very important. This will save you a lot. Thank you so much, everybody, once again. Thank you, Joma, for being really super active tonight. All right, guys. Thank you. Have a wonderful night rest and do good night. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow me, okay? So we can connect more and you don't miss an update. Thank you so very much. Please make sure you leave reviews of today's. If you learned something, put it in the, you know, after this is posted, please let me know your reviews in the comments. On any social media platform you're active on, check it. Look at my latest post that spoke about this live. Please put a comment there so that people know. At least I have to get feedback now, so I didn't come to waste my time and your time, right? Awesome. So please leave a comment, leave a review of how today went. I really appreciate it very much, and good night.